Hi guys, it's Belle here and welcome back. So in today's video, on a couple of days ago, you would have seen a video on Wednesday where I tried to recreate this beautiful digital from the Craftly Haul kit by Tracy Fox. And I tried to have a go at recreating it. Mine did turn out a lot grungier. I think it actually looks slightly yellower than this does, but that could be the ink, and I wasn't happy with this. But the whole reason that I did this is because, one, I wanted to try and recreate the techniques of this, and two, I thought it would be a fun kind of extra little project for Creep on June. So let's get playing. I basically just want to do a bit of a decoration on here. It's not going to have pockets or acetate or anything else. I'm thinking of this almost like, I don't know, something you could have in an art journal or something you could have on the side. I don't know what I'm thinking of, but I do know I want to get playing. So I got this lovely image, which again is from the Craftly Haul kit. I will leave everything linked down below. This couple, I mean the beard, it's giving me Rasputin vibes if I'm honest, but I don't know. Anyway, and her hair, and they look so intense and look so young and in love. And it doesn't matter about this bit I don't like because they are going to be going there. But before they go there, I'm going to rip and tear a little bit. So yeah, so I don't know where this is going, guys. So I hope you enjoy the journey. I think I said in that previous video that I had wondered if I was going to have this as one of my Craftly Haul makes. And then I thought no, and got into making ephemera a lot more. But I still wanted to do this. And it just gives you another idea of how to use your Craftly Haul digitals when you're not working on your Craftly Haul project. Because I don't know about you, but we all buy these digital kits, whether they're journal kits for a specific journal, whether they're just for some ephemera, but usually we have a project in mind when we purchase a digital kit. And obviously with the Craftly Haul project kit, it was Craftly Haul that we have in mind. I've got some of the scraps as well. I've got a whole load of scraps here, guys. I do like the brown, but I also really like the roses. Let's just rip and tear and see where it takes us. So yes, normally we have something in mind when we purchase a digital kit. Sometimes we don't. Sometimes we're just like, that's a cute kit. I want that, and maybe I'll use it in a future project. You know, hands up, I'm one of those people that I have a few kits that I never use, but I just, when I saw them, thought, oh, I want to make a project with them. And then, as is always the way, our list of projects we want to make, it gets longer than the time we have. This might still be a bit long. Ooh, ooh. Love the rose. Let's see what we can do with that. So, yeah, but normally you might have an idea of what you want to make, and then you make that project and then you put the kit away. And so this year I've been going through my digital scraps and my other paper scraps to try and see how I can use them up rather than them just sitting there. Loving that. Have some doily dyed with Brusho crystals. I am working on trying to sort of video out for that because I've had a lot of you ask what I use to get this bluey grey. Let's have it like that. We're covering up a lot of that brown now, but that's okay. Oh, you such a handsome couple. We got some music. Boom, boom. Yeah, so as I was saying, I'm trying to use up some of my digitals that I have. And I have a lot left over from the Craftly Haul kit. as I'm sure we all do. I really don't want to put this upside down, but it all looks so much better upside down. So I apologise. Do you know what? Let's try this instead. So I just thought it might be good to do some more. And I enjoy doing the Craftly Haul project so much, guys, that part of me just doesn't want to stop. Maybe I can put it up the top a little bit. Have some music. So I want to use up some of my Craftly Haul scraps. Yeah, that works. As well as, this is just a stitched scrap that I have. Sometimes it's just fun to take your scraps. And this was not my original idea. I've seen lots of people do this, but sometimes it's fun to take your little paper scraps and just stitch through them if you've got a sewing machine or if you use sewing in your journals, because they just add a fun little element. And I know I'm probably hearing a lot of you say, what was the point of putting that brown one down like that, Belle? Well, we never know where something's taking us, so we just go with it. Now, I'm really liking how all this is liking, and I like this bit. This was my favourite page anyway, but I feel like this needs maybe more stamping, or maybe I could add something over there. So let's have a look at what else I have. Got all sorts of bits and bobs. I do have some flowers. We can't have one of these without me putting a flower or something on it. We just can't. I use them all the way through the Craftly Haul thing. It's a thing. Oh, that one goes so beautifully. I love me some flowers. So, yes, so grab out your scraps, guys, and have a look at them with some fresh eyes. You'll find things in there that I'm sure you've forgotten that you have. I mean, especially for me, I print out a lot. When I'm working on a journal, I print out sometimes 2 lots of the pages because I don't know if I'm going to use them for ephemera. I print out lots of ephemera. I print out extra ephemera from other things. And I am always left with probably enough to make another journal. And then that just gets put in a box. And I kind of quite like that over there too. Do we like it? Or do we think it should just be the page? Yeah, I just kind of print out. I hate to say it, but we might end up covering up this rose. Just print out so much. That's cute. I still want it to the side. Trying to hold everything in place, guys. So yeah, it's just fun. Okay, that works best there. It's just fun to play with things that you might have forgotten you've got. And if you've printed them out and used your ink and your paper, then, you know, let's face it, you need to use it. And I have some pieces from when I've been... No, I don't think I want anything that... I might do another stamped image. That's what I might do. I have some pieces that when I originally printed out, I didn't realise that my printer was needed the print heads cleaning. So they've got lines on them. And I would never put those in a journal, but, well, a journal that I was going to sell. But they are fun to then play with in your own art journals. So don't throw them away. I have this from Release the Crafting and this. Again, you would have seen me use their word sheets all throughout Creep on June because I was in the design team when they had one, and I had a lot of them. Plus, I love them. And I want to use one here, and I don't know if I want to use even a white rose has a black shadow because, come on, guys, that is the quote. That is the quote for Creep on June. It kind of gives you those feels. Or Nevermore, which, you know, is always a good one to use, because it reminds us of Edgar Allan Poe. This guy could be Poe. I mean, does he look like him exactly? No. But he's given Poe-esque kind of vibes, don't you think? And maybe this is Lenore. Nevermore, Lenore. His love that died. We could put, I mean, I do kind of love Nevermore. Let's see what we think of the Black Shadow one. But now I'm looking at it, I kind of love Evermore, and I'm getting a whole story in my head about how this is early Poe and his lost love. So, you know. I mean, they both work pretty brilliantly, don't they? Even a White Rose has a black shadow. Oh, and I kind of like that just for the vibes of we don't know who she is. You know, look at her. Maybe he's the person that everyone's like, oh, that crazy guy. And actually it's her going, no, maybe if you just do this. Okay, let's take that off again and put Nevermore, and let's see which one I prefer. The awful thing is I kind of like them both, but you know what? Now we're leaving Poe behind, guys. Or maybe it's still Poe, and maybe she was his complete inspiration because, you know, even a black rose, even a white rose has a black shadow. Perfect. Okay, so I'm going to start trying to glue all this down whilst it's in place, and I'm going to try and do what Barbara at 49 Dragonflies kind of does, where she does top down gluing. Try and get things in place because it's all where I want it, so I don't want to be lifting too much at all. That can hang over. Oh, well, this came together better than I thought it would, or even quicker than I thought it would, considering I had no idea. And I just had the scraps that I knew that I kind of maybe wanted to use. Yeah, so that's cool. Right, we can take the flower off because we know where the flower's going to go. I wish that had more thread hanging from it, but that's okay, because what I might do is I might stitch on here anyway, just to add that dangly thread kind of feel, because, you know, it just feels right, really, doesn't it? It just feels right to have the thread. And now that we've covered up that bit that I absolutely was annoyed with, you've got to admit, this is really cute. Is cute the right word? Yes, I think it is. I mean, it's just a simple collage, guys, you know. But sometimes simple is best, says me. Let's add magnets, let's add acetate, let's add this fold, flip, and everything else, and hidden this, and you never quite know what's everything, and yeah, simple's best. Okay, and we want this flower there. Dun, 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 dun. Liking that. Yes. Yes, you do. Every rose has its black shadow. Or even a white rose has a black shadow. Let me get that phrase right. Right, I'm going to see if I want to add some of this cheesecloth. We shall see. I think I want the threads. That's what I think I kind of want. I'm craving some threads. Do I want it more like that? This is when I get picky. I don't want her hand covered up, but I don't want to cover up that rose either that's down there. Let's try it this way. That could work. I don't know, guys. How can one little piece of cheesecloth make me so indecisive? Right, I think we're going to have it at the bottom. I like it at the bottom. Now, I am going to stitch around this because I want those threads. And I may even stitch down here too. So I'm going to go do that and I'll be back. Okay guys, so I added some stitching. I did 2 lines of wonky straight stitch and then another zigzag stitch. And I mean, it just needed the lines, didn't it guys? It really did just need the lines. I'm trying to think if I want to add anything else. I have some little charms and beads and things that could work. Oh, I have that button. Let's have a look, because I could hang something. Nope, not that. I could hang something off here. Not that. A little heart charm, maybe. And a button. Let's have a look. Look. Where are all my what am I thinking of? Where are all my bulb pins? I thought I had a few in there. If I don't, it doesn't matter because I have some in here. So let's pull out one of those. Let's pull out a black one actually. And we could add something to the lace. So we could add the heart charm and the mother of pearl button. And we could even add like a little bit of sari silk or lace behind it. That might be too much. Yep, that's too much. Okay, not that. But I feel like it still needs summer. A little summer. I'm just having a look-see. Come on, speak to me. Who wants to be on here? Is it you? Is it you? Let's have a look. I mean, it'd be great if I had a rose charm, really, wouldn't it? That needs to be put together better. Okay, let's have a look. Do I like that? Or do I fit? It's almost like it doesn't want to be on there, guys. It's like, you may like it, but we don't. So, nope, you're not having it. The green one. I don't want green. There's not really any green there. Okay. Got this little one. No, I don't like that either. Look. Come on, guys. You've just got to work for me. It's just that simple. This really needs to be straightened out. Hold on. Let me grab my pliers. And come on. You know you want to go together. We want to be together. Okay. Let's do this. And see if I like it, shall we? Let's just put that in there. And the wonderful thing is, if I don't like it, it's easy enough to take back out and do something else. Why is putting a bulb pin together so difficult on camera? Right, hold on. Okay, guys, I think I've ended up deciding I don't want this after all. After doing all that, I decided I don't want this brown one on there. I just feel like it was kind of left a bit empty looking, but maybe it's not. Now, where has that just gone to? I literally just used it. Let's take that off. So not that. I think the little heart with the button's quite cute. Now I'm wondering about something over here, and I'm wondering wandering. I was thinking about maybe some of the little Tim Holtz bits like this. They might be quite cute, kind of tucked in to the back there. I mean, obviously they need to be ripped up and everything a little bit. Where's my little scissors? Yeah, I was thinking about these just tucked into the back, almost like they're tucked into a page, like an old letter or something. You know, how you might get an old book. Oh, I love that, guys. I say it's one of my favourite things when I go and buy secondhand books and you open it up and sometimes it has a name in there, which is always fun, and sometimes it has an inscription, which I absolutely love. I love reading the little inscriptions, you know, for so and so, happy birthday or happy Christmas from Granny or something. Anyway, so you've got all that, and then my favourite thing is if you find something inside it. I once found in a book someone had drawn a tortoise, a little turtle, and it was so beautiful. It was all like coloured and hand drawn and everything, and they'd obviously drawn it for whoever they were giving the book to, or maybe the person who had the book, it had just been given to them by someone, and then they were, do I want one of these or do I want one of the clips? They'd kind of forgotten that they'd had it in there, kind of thing. I mean, it was sad if they were then left looking for it, don't you think? Or do I like this better? I think I quite like the clip, but I don't think this is the right colour. Now, I just bought some new clips. Where are my clips? Because it would be good to use more of a bronze colour than that. So let's get those out. Yeah, but it was such a find. I was like, oh my goodness, this is so cute. I found all sorts of things. You know, normally though, it's just like lists. I found someone's shopping list once. They must have been like reading the book and then just kind of put the shopping list in as a way. I'm going to bend these up and everything. And because that's so white, we need that inked. Yeah, and then read it. It makes me feel great that, you know, they were so into a book, they didn't have time to go get a bookmark. And then they ended up kind of just grabbing whatever was near at hand. I like that idea, I really do. I like my bookmarks to match my books, if I'm honest, guys. That's what I like. Do we think that's too much? Too much? Really, Belle? I kind of like it. I like it without it too, though. That's the thing. So, I like that both ways. We just really push that in so there's not much of the plant. We're going to do it. You knew it was going to happen. Yeah. I like my bookmarks to match my books when possible. I think I'm going to have to make some more bookmarks for myself, though, because not all the genres I like to read have I got a really good bookmark for. And yeah, they really do have to match, if possible, my books. I don't know. It's a thing. Let me know out there if you are a reader, if it's a thing for you too, whether you like your bookmarks to match your books, or if it's just because I am a bit that way. I like things to coordinate as much as possible. So whether it's that, do we want any, like even a tiny bit of lace poking out of there? I don't think I do. I don't want the lace, but I kind of like those on there. And you know what, guys? I think this is finished. I mean, let me know what you think, but I think it's finished. I don't think it needs a bead on there. I could have turned that mother and pearl button the other way around because it was like black and grey. Do we prefer the black and grey side? Kind of like the shiny side. It looks like a button off her dress. Yeah. So yeah, I think, guys, I don't like the way that's sitting there. That's my problem. It's going to have to go that way. I think that we are finished. So let's remember, I was inspired by this on the Creep on June. I made my own version, which, yes, was browner. Well, yeah, this is more of a cream. This had a lot browner tones. It had a piece that I did not like, but I was okay with that because I knew I was going to use it. I want all these pages kind of sticking up. I knew I was going to use it for a project like this, which meant that it was okay to have bits that I didn't like. You know, if we don't like something, we can always cover it up, guys. Like, it's not it's not the worst thing in the world. And then we've used a few bits from the kit. We've used some of the papers. We've used one of the images. Love it. And we have, oh, excuse me, did I yawn then? I didn't sleep well last night. I apologise. And then we've used some other little bits. I will leave the link, obviously, to the worksheet down below from Release the Crafting. So do go check that out. And we just have this cute little bit. Now, it's longer than a journal, or excuse me, most journal pages, because it is 6 inches. And most journal pages are smaller than that. But it would just look nice as a little finished piece somewhere on your bookcase. It could stand up like that a little bit, which would mean I would back the back. Yeah, I would use the book page. Do you know what? Let's do that. Okay, guys, so I pulled out some of my scraps of vintage book page, and I'm going to collage the back, because I was just thinking if I want it to hang somewhere, or if I want it to sit on the back of on a shelf or something at a slight angle, it would be really great if the back wasn't white. So yes, we are going to decorate a little bit on the back too. And I thought I might as well do that in camera so you get the finished idea, the finished feel, if you like, of the book on the back. Make sure those threads are hanging out. Make sure that's pressed down so that it is on the bend, but it can bend. I also pulled out some vintage music. It was going to happen. There's just no kind of denying that. If I can get some vintage music on something, I'm gonna. So let's do that. Don't want all that white space. I don't want it to be so straight at the bottom. And again, it's just showing you how you can kind of use the kit a bit differently. You don't have to just use it for journals or ephemera pieces. You can use it as decoration. I know some of the creators did beautiful pieces that were more decorative. Like that. So that's going to have to come up as well. We use the black to ink around so I can see what I'm doing. Okay, let's grab another vintage book page. And let's trim that. Okay. All right. And again, let's just ink up a little bit just to give some definition on the back, on the edges. I'm going to have to re-ink my walnut stain. And then you could actually add something to the back as well. And I'm thinking, no, leave it there. Walk away. Walk away. Get up from the craft desk and leave it alone. Although I might add a flower. Oh, dear me. Okay, let's put some vintage dictionary on here as well. Oh, what have we got on here? Myrtle. I want Myrtle. I've decided her name is Myrtle. Although this is after the flower, obviously. But I know it's weird, but I just like to kind of link up dictionary pages. For me, when I'm using things in a journal, I really want there to be a theme that's running through. So I will usually use a dictionary page that actually links to the theme of the journal. That has a word on it that links to the theme of the journal. So if you've been with me a while and watched a lot of my journal flip throughs, you will know that everything from the music paper, or almost everything from the music paper, the book pages, the dictionary pages, whatever it is, I like it to all be linked and connected in some way. That's just how my brain works. That's what I like. I like to have that continuation of theme when I'm working on a piece. I would usually use my glue stick for this, to be honest, but my glue stick has run out, and I tried to find a spare one, and guess what, guys? It seems like my spare ones have all gone too, which I did not know. So I will have to go and stock up on those later this week. Oh, that might be too much. That's okay. No, it's not, but that I don't like. So yeah, so I like everything to coordinate. It's how my brain works. Even in very eclectic journals where everything's a bit random, the randomness is coordinated. Oh, dear me. But again, you would have probably got that from my Creep on June projects, just because I like using the same things in case I then use a journal. Thinking I might have a flower on the back, because you might see that. So if it's bent forward, this would be the bit that's more bent, I'm feeling, if it was sitting on a bookcase or something. So it's nice just to have a little bit of something else as well there. And if it's stuck down on something else, well, you're not going to see the flower at all, and it's a waste, but it's cut out a card, and spare card at that. So it's not like we've lost anything really that can't be replaced. Want it down a little bit, like so. Bum, ba-dum. Oh, no, I've lost the lid to that glue, and I really do need to find it before it dries and goes a bit funny. Okay, guys, let's really ink up these edges, because again, this will be seen, or could possibly be seen, so I don't want it to be a bit uninked, because it will ruin the overall theme. So there we go, guys. We've just quickly done that, and it would sit on a desk like so, or it could sit on a desk, which means you could really see that flower on that side, or if not, it can just go down, and it's still got that little interest on the back. To be honest, you could even journal on the back of there if you really wanted to, but I didn't make it to be a journal today, or in a journal. I just made a little piece. So I hope you enjoyed that, guys. I know it was a bit different, but it's been in my head that I wanted to do something like this, and I really love how it's come together. Although I'm still wondering, does it need a bat? Because, you know, it's not going to be in there. That's the problem. I put a lot of the smaller pieces of ephemera away because, sorry, I'm trying to grab something, because I'm working so much on Creep on June. So I put a lot of the smaller pieces back away. And that included all my bats. So I can't find my little acetate bat, which I think would have worked better. Do you know what? I don't know if this one needs a bat. Although I do kind of like the bat there. Does it need a bat? No, it doesn't need a bat. Okay, I really like the bat there. Oh, dear me. I want the wings up a little bit, so I'm not putting glue all over every bit of it. But yeah, I kind of like the bat there where the flowers are. And I want the wings to be up. Okay. I do think that's it, though. I say, whilst looking for another bat, in case 2 bats would make it work better. I mean, possibly not. But there's 2 people. So, yes, I've gone very quiet because I'm looking. Oh, there was a bat there. That one wanted to be on there. Is 2 bats overkill, guys? What do we think? I know you're probably all laughing at me going, you know you're going to add it, Belle, so why don't you just stop? Stop debating it and then add it. Yes. My gosh, it could be Dracula and one of his original brides, or the one that he loved who then, you know. Mina. Okay. All right. So we've added the second bat and that is it. I am walking away now. This is done. I'm leaving it alone, I say, as I rearrange the bat's wings to give me more dimension. But I'm leaving it alone and we have our finished piece, guys. So it just goes to show how you can use digital kits either as inspiration for backgrounds or textures when you're working on pieces, as well as maybe ideas for how to lay things out. And then you can then just play with them in a different way that's not on a journal. So I hope you enjoyed this one, guys. I hope you found a little bit of inspiration, or at least laughed with me knowing that I was going to add bats and flowers, even one on the bat that you can't see. And that's it for now. Thank you so much for watching. Please do like and subscribe if you haven't already. And I will be back again soon with another video. Until next time, guys, I hope wherever you are in the world, you are having lots and lots of crafty fun. Bye for now.